Alright guys, we're back. I have to pause at the start of any recording here because it takes a few seconds for the recording to actually start. And there's no indication to me when that happens. It's just... my voice gets cut off at the start of a game if I don't pause and wait. Before we dive in, there's three things to quickly update you on RE this game. The first is I realized the sound volume was a little low last time. So I've bumped it up from 20% to 30%. Hopefully that's better. The number two thing I wanted to mention is a theoretical possibility as to why that bed is. He actually did leave the base and go to do that in terms of the game's understanding of his positioning. And it didn't have the understanding to reassign him to work on the bed, so it's only one person doing it. That's the only thing I can think of. I usually start cleaning that bed as soon as I claim the house. So I've never had that particular scenario pop up before, but it is a possibility that that's why the cleanup's taking a while. The only other thing I wanted to mention was, we only had actually 7 construction materials in the house, not 10 as I had said. So we could deposit that construction materials and have no worries at this point. Let's continue. Pardon me. It mentions vehicles can run out of gas there. That wasn't true in State of Decay 1. Vehicles had infinite gas in State of Decay 1. This system is much better, for sure. Takes a while to load. Alright, we're back. With that in mind, our people are miserable. Let's, oh, this guy's gotten tired. You can note in his blue bar there, the little Z's, that means he's actually gotten sleepy. As his stamina bar is, not permanently. It's reduced until he gets rest. So, and if we continue to be out here, it would get even more reduced. So let's tuck him away. Let's put the shotgun away. We'll give it to the next person. Whoever we're sending out on the next job. I know what that... Actually, I'm not even going to give it to him. No, let's leave him with it for now. I'll tell you why in a minute. Let's switch to a different character altogether. How about... Who are you? Let's see her... Let's use her. Was in the ROTC affected some skills. That's why her shooting is higher. Left for Dead. So she has plus 30 max health and plus 10 max stamina. Although she is easily frustrated. And it affects skills. Starting skills. Maybe her cardio? I don't know. Let's be her. How do we switch to her? Take control. Alright, get out of bed, my love. Is this bed still being worked on, by the way? Is all this shit still going on? Yeah, now it's almost done. Alright, 4 minutes left. Alright, well, they'll clean it. She has, what does she have? You can see her backpack is smaller, only 6 points in it. That's kind of shitty. She has 2 sandwiches, or 2 meals. Those are ways to, lunches, whatever they're called, snacks. Those are ways to, you know what, let's bring the truck. Those are ways to, regain her stamina quickly. And the bandages are ways to regain her health if it gets damaged. We'll talk more about that later. Let's drive over. I happen to know, again, from this map. Let's drive over here as the very next thing we're going to do. There's no missions ongoing right now. There will be soon, I'm sure. While we have time, let's go over here. I'll show you why on the way by. I might also crawl up this billboard if we're passing it. No, we're not. A new infestation has been spotted and is visible on the map. Infestations will pop up from time to time. Those are buildings that are inhabited by a lot of undead and one or more screamers. If you let them pile up too much, I've gone the wrong way entirely. Jesus. Doesn't seem to be anything over here. I'm not seeing any trunks with anything in it. We want to go here. I'll tell you about infestations in a second. We want to go here. This is a gun store. Let's find some more guns for our team, especially for this girl who's good at guns. Infestations as they pile up. Oh, that's locked. If we'd have to batter it down. It would make a lot of noise. Let's try the door beside it. Maybe it's not locked. There we go. Let's shut this again. Infestations. If they pile up too much... Oh, fuck me.
Kill it. For real.
In a second. You see those concentric circles forming on the mini-map as we fight. That's... Whoa, fuck. That is, the amount of noise we're making. Anything in that vicinity can hear us. Let's finish searching this place first, make sure it's unoccupied. There's something else in here, I can hear it. There it is. And it screamed, damn it. That's gonna suck.
The coast isn't clear.
You hear things breaking in now.
Dealers nearby. Collection is huge, but the prices are high. We should check it out.
If you're sure, I'm sure.
Can I get over this? Nope. She's kind of trapped by a lot of zombies. Let's get out of here entirely. Oh, fuck, she's trapped here again. Let's just escape. Open this door. Run, get in your van. We'll return. We'll search it later. Too many zombies. That one yelled and it drew them all. I don't want to deal with that right now. It's a screamer. Back over it. I didn't hit. Oh, there we go. For the 5 influence. Hitting things with the rear of your vehicle seems to damage your vehicle less than if you hit them with the front. Fuck it, this is not where I intended to go, but we're here. Let's search here. There's actually a military thing out back here we can look for guns. Let's do that first. Old military outpost. As I was saying, if too many infestations pile up, your morale will drop permanently until you start clearing them out. I think it also might make... It also increases the risk that your house comes under siege from zombies, so you want to make sure you don't let them pile up too much. In practice, I often don't have time to clear them all out, so... Alright, there, she got a pistol. M17 pistol, uses 9mm rounds. Excellent. She now has a firearm. Firearms, as you may have guessed, are quite loud, unless you've silenced them in some way, so you want to be careful not to attract too many zombies. I tend to use them only for very specific circumstances. Excellent. Ammo. We could break open this rucksack of ammo right now. There we go, the bed's ready. Let's just, I want this done. Let's clean this trash pile up. Takes 2 people 5 minutes apparently. Why? It might have something to do with one of my characters. Maybe one of my characters has really shitty... I don't know. I don't know why that's taking so long. It's supposed to take 50 seconds. It has in every other game I've ever played. I don't know what the hell's going on.
No luck in here.
It may be that one of my characters has a negative trait that slows down their work. I don't know why that would be. There's nothing else here. Rucksack of ammo and a gun. That's great. I could break open this rucksack of ammo right now. It would give us a bunch of different random types of bullets, but we want to bring it back to base. Ammo gets depleted if you're well, A, you can use it to construct things. We're going to want to do that later. To construct explosives and such. But B, if your base is attacked by zombies, and you don't have anyone there to, your main character is not, pardon me, is not there to deal with it. If that happens, it just, expends a bunch of ammo, like 1 or 2 ammo from your stockpile, and you automatically successfully ward off the zombies. Later in the game, I sometimes intentionally do that because the zombie attacks later on in the game can become quite vicious, I find. I don't know if you heard that siren. That's real life, not the game. I live downtown. There are ambulances and police cars going by all the time. What else can I tell you? I forget. Materials will not just dissipate on their own. Well, they will once in a while. Sometimes your base can just... Sometimes you need materials and it just dissipates, especially if you have certain facilities built that absorb materials. If you lack materials, if you have none, and your base needs some sort of repair, things will fall into disrepair, so you got to be careful to always have a little bit of materials on hand. I told you how ammo dissipates. Food dissipates every day. I think per survivor, on average, they need 1.5 food per day. So we should be eating 4.5 food per day right now. We have no means to get any extra food right now aside from finding it. More construction materials, great. And lastly, not lastly, fuel will only go down if you use it to make something, or if you have a generator going, it uses fuel. Just climbed a bit, that's great. I shall search a little faster. Is that it? This place is empty. Let's get out of here. Is there anything really close to search? No. Let's drive this stuff home. Not going far. Send somebody else out later to get the gun store. We have 2 guns now, a shotgun and a pistol. Am I going the right way? Yeah. Just park this thing. Something else I can tell you about. If you look at her health bar right now, you saw our other guy get a little bit injured, and the red health bar turned a little bit black. She has that too right now. That type of injury is just, I guess, a flesh wound, we can call it. Let's put everything into the building. Can we put this in? We can't put this in yet. We will have too many construction materials if we do that. Let's just have her go out and search a bit. This girl, though, has not just the little black bar missing. The little black bar in the health will recover with time. Not while you're out and about, but if we stuck her in the home and had somebody else go out, that black bar will actually heal a bit. I think you might need an infirmary of level 2 before that happens. I forget. I'm not sure. But the other types of injuries, you can see a little band-aid there. Sometimes you see a little head wound. She actually has both of those right now. They're just overlapping each other. One of those is called trauma, and one of those is called injuries. They're more serious. They will not heal unless you have at least a level 2 infirmary, which will absorb some amount of
like at all
medicine per day, by the way. Or if we actually spend medicine with level 1 infirmary, we could actively spend medicine to get those wounds gone. But we really want a level 2 infirmary. Some fuel, great. We'll bring that in. We can break down a rucksack of fuel to get both Molotov cocktails and gas cans. We don't want that right now. We want to put it in our base and have it available in case we one day need it for a generator or something. But we may end up having to pull fuel cans out of the reserve at some point if our truck is running low and we don't have alternate fuel cans. We're making it way too easy for the zombies to hear us in here. You can see right now the food is listed there. The trash is clear. Let's now get building something. Building something makes noise, by the way, so it's just going to potentially attract more zombies. Oh, I'd love to do that. Not yet. Let's build the darn workshop. Workshops will let us repair stuff as one thing and build certain things.
Delivered. Go me.
Any of the, you see the 5 different resources at the top there under home status stable. That's our morale is stable. The only one listed in yellow is food. That means after today, we'll be down to reserves. We'll have not enough fuel to food. We'll have enough fuel for tomorrow. We won't have enough fuel. Pardon me. We'll have enough food for tomorrow. We will not have enough food for 2 days. That's why it's yellow. The white ones, we have enough for at least 2 days. She has a mission right now. Warlord, weapons for all. Talk to Connor about the enclave of weapon stockpilers. Let's do that. Whoops, I didn't need to get rid of that. Let's go do that. Also, there is a... that infestation is right here. We could go clear it. Maybe not yet. Maybe not by night. Actually, I'm just going to keep searching for now. I don't care about the Warlord for now. They're going to want a lot of influence for their stuff, and we don't have a lot of influence to give. We should go out right now and build an outpost, but I'm going to do this right now because she's a bit hurt. So I'm going to just have her do this, and then...
Locked up tight.
Damn it, it's locked again. Tomorrow we'll send somebody else out further to get an outpost going. I know where I want them to get an outpost. Outposts. Okay, at the start of the game, you have a basic command center. The basic command center allows you to have... Oops, somebody saw us. Darn it. Alright, fine. Do it that way. The basic command center allows you to have a maximum of 2 outposts. Building an outpost does several things. One, whatever type of outpost you've built, it'll give you a bit of that resource every day. We want a medical outpost early. It'll give us one medicine every single day. We want that because when we get our level 2... Whoa, fuck, there's a lot of guys in here.
Can't do it.
You see something spawned in here. We came in here, it wasn't here. It spawned in here. That's what I was talking about before. Let's get this place clear before we do anything else by going to check these little boxes. One of the things we're going to want to build very early, maybe even next, is a level 2 infirmary. A level 2 infirmary will consume medicine every single day, but it'll heal our players, no matter what kind of wounds they have, passively every day. So we need that pretty early. So that is our probably our next thing we're going to build, even before a garden. So for that reason, we're going to want to have medical supplies coming in every day. As I said, at the beginning of the game, with your command center level 1, you can have a maximum of 2 outposts. When we give somebody... There's another luxury item. When we give somebody a computer skill, which we can do by having them read that computer textbook we found, that will allow us to spend materials to upgrade our command post to level 2, etc.
Well,
And every command post
possibly find.
upgrade you give... Here, we got some medicine. Not only... well, one thing it'll do is allow us to build an extra outpost. There are other things it can do as well, but that's one of the principal things. If not the principal thing. Now, I want to kind of get on that infestation early, because it's going to be small right now. If we leave it for too long, it'll get bigger and bigger. The maximum size they can reach is that they have 3 screamers and 10 regular zombies. It probably has 1 screamer and 6 regular zombies right now, so I could go deal with it right now. Maybe I even will. I don't love the idea of doing it by night. But let's just switch to a different guy. No, let's talk to Connor first. In case he wants to tell us about these warlord thing. I don't know if we have to switch to Connor to make it happen or what, but let's at least talk to him. There's some arm dealers in the Golden Brick House calling themselves the Humans. They've got a huge cache of weapons, most likely stolen. Thanks for the intel, I'm on it. That would be if we wanted to do it way over here, but we don't have the resources, we don't have the influence really to buy much by way of arms from them right now, so I don't really care. Just wanted to see what it was. Let's talk to him and be like, hey,
I need a break from the
you take over.
apocalypse. Can you take over?
Now, as you can see, this will abandon her Warlord for Weapons for All mission. It's just gone. If you switch away from a character who's on a mission, the mission disappears. Most missions, not all. Depends on the mission. If it's a mission specific to the character, that's when it disappears. Alright, let's go try and clear out this infestation right now, because it is nighttime, that's true. This guy's got a shitty little backpack as well. 6-pointer. But it's lighter, as you can see, he's traveling light. He'll use half his usual stamina for fighting. There's a zombie horde right outside this door. Let's not go out there. Let's go out this way instead. We're not going to drive there. I don't want to attract attention with this engine sound. We're not going far from home. If that horde sticks around there, I probably will not attack this infestation right now. We'll see. If I can still see it on the map, I probably won't do it. Because it will be noisy. Not running right now. I don't want to risk attracting undue attention. Actually, there's some stuff we can search right here. Let's do that really quick. Whoa. Okay. That was the infestation. I don't know why. Something attracted... We just cleared out the infestation, guys. Alright, occasionally, a lot of noise somewhere will attract the people that are inside the infestation. Alright, workshop's up. It is possible that when that thing screamed over here, it attracted them. I don't know. Something attracted them. Maybe driving by in our car. For whatever reason, that was the sole person left in the infestation there. That is unlucky. Or not unlucky, it's undue luck. It's very lucky.
That's a feral. I'd better be careful. They're damn quick.
Feral sauce. Let's get the fuck out of here. Let's go home, or at least our friends can help us. Jump over this wall. Switch over to this. Let's try and lose it. I don't think we lost it. We might have if we're really lucky. Nope, we did not. I'm gonna crouch and hope that it's lost sight of us. I doubt it. We might have just lost it. By hopping all those fences, it blocked its line of sight. By crouching, it doesn't know where we are now. Let's just try and leave it alone. I don't even... You can see it right out here on the map, right? It's right there. I don't want to attract its attention. Let's instead send this guy out to try and do what we said we were going to do with the infirmary, building a medical outpost. I should drive, probably. That will attract the feral, but then again, we'll be driving away, so what do we care? Maybe we can lure it away.
Got a bloater in the vicinity.
There's a bloater directly ahead of me as well. Be careful when we drive our truck out not to hit it. I'm gonna actually deliberately get that Feral's attention if I can. Nah, never mind. Fuck it. Too many things coming now. I don't want all those zombies, you know, encroaching on my vehicle and damaging it. Let's drive a little bit slowly because it's a little dark. I don't want to run into something by accident. As soon as there are bloaters like laying in the middle of the road, you run them over and it's like a landmine. I specifically want to go right here. Nope, right here. There's a clinic over here. Let's turn it into an outpost. We know we have one medical supply coming in every day. I parked farther away than I wanted to, but oh well. Shit. There's a... Let's just go over here. There's a way to get our way from these guys. Just climb up here for a minute. Make them lose sight of us, wait till they all dissipate, and we'll climb back down and do our job. We've already been up here, right? No, maybe not. Yeah, we have. Might as well see if there's any, like, ferals or anything we can see from up here as well. Yeah, nothing else. No zombie can climb a ladder, period. No type of zombie. So you can hear they're all settling down. They don't know where I went. You can't see me up here. Let's give it a minute or so, and we'll climb back down. It's hard to, because they're not an actual horde, I can't see them represented on the map, say. I can't actually physically see them right now. I can see a couple of plague zombies over there. So wait till they lose interest. If they start wandering away, I'll take that as my cue that these other guys are losing interest too. There, he's wandering. I can hear something beneath me. I don't know if it heard me creeping or what. Your flashlight doesn't really make a difference in terms of attracting their attention. It did in State of Decay 1, I recall. I don't believe it does in State of Decay 2. Certainly does in Left 4 Dead, I'll tell you that. At least some of them are leaving. I don't know if all of them are, unfortunately. Every time I move, it seems to attract them. I can't risk them screaming again, so let's just climb down. If I have to, I'll run a different direction. You can hear, look at the noise they're making, eh? How many are there? There's a lot. Let's go a different place. It might be a feral too, I'm not sure if I heard that or not. Let's just put some distance between us and them. Hide somewhere, and hopefully they won't know we're here. I think that's the only one who found us. The other one's lost track. You see, these places are already looted. Unless I looted them earlier, I don't recall. I don't think I did. Maybe I did. I must have. That's why they're still grayed out on the map. Your safe zone around there, like remember in the last episode I talked about how things can turn gray, and that means they won't spawn within that. That will dissipate eventually. If you haven't been there in a while, it dissipates. For now, it still holds true, apparently. Just make sure there's no zombies in here. If there are no zombies, the very first thing I'm going to do is claim this place as an outpost. One minor benefit you get from claiming an outpost, it is very minor, is that when you search things inside it... Oops. When you search things within it... Yes.
Okay, the work's done and this outpost is ready for use.
There you go. Look how fast you search. Jugs of ethanol, a boombox. Jugs of ethanol are for crafting things. What was I going to say? Other uses of an outpost. I'll show you in a second. Not only is it a permanent safe zone, not only does it give us 1 medicine per day, not only can we search faster in it, even though that only matters for a few seconds, because after we searched it, it'll be empty. You can switch characters within an outpost just as you could as if you were home.
No reason to keep searching.
You can
here.
also... Oh, we found a second generator.
That's a lot of stuff.
And a boombox, which will stack with our other one. You can also do the following. As I'll show you. I don't need to creep in here. Let's go here. This also counts as our supply locker. We can drop stuff off or pick stuff up as if we were at home. Except for the rucksack. You can't do that. So there we go. Put everything in there. Let's go put the rucksack in the van. Oops. Where's our van? Let's search this right here. Because I see it. This will contain probably either parts or electrical components, one of the two. Parts. Where's our van? Here. There's a plague cart right over there. We're not going to go in there right now. We're out here. Might as well loot. No reason not to. Looting in the area, we can just drop off anything we find excess right in the storage box in our outpost. Sometimes trunks of vehicles have stuff in it, or little things like this laying in the parking lot. Let's grab this. You can see the safe zone from our outpost extends all the way to here, so nothing will spawn inside that building we're about to go in either. There could already be something in there that spawned previously, but nothing new will spawn in there. I think ever, because it's within the circle of protection of the outpost. Do a bit more looting, and then we'll probably call it quits. Coming up on the half-hour mark. It would be a shame not to loot right now.
Well, I guess Christmas just came early.
Whoops. As you can see, even though nothing will spawn in here, it doesn't prevent things from outside coming in. That thing saw us from outside. Saw us or heard us. Crashing... Oh, we gotta go out there right now. I can see something through that fence.
Shut that thing up!
Oh, I thought it was a screamer. It is a screamer. Let's get this guy first. No, let's not get him. Well, fuck. Oh, I didn't get it in time. It made it scream. I was trying to get it before it could scream. It's going to attract a lot of attention. Let's do our best with it. Whoa. If we're lucky, that's it. Seems to be it. Yeah, I saw that screamer through the slats in the fence, and I was like, I gotta go get it. And then the other one distracted me for a second, and it was too late to kill it. If you can kill them while they're inhaling breath, they
Well, everything seems calm.
they won't
here.
scream.
Do we need more of these?
Bit of medicine. You can pop those to instantly get back some health. The bandage will not instantly give you back health. It gives you back health while you're applying it. Takes a little while, and if you interrupt that process, you don't get the full benefits. There's a note. Dear Santa, Daddy says he might not have time for our house this year again, but I have been very good, and there's just one thing I was hopping to get. It's a Dream Date crystal doll with extra curls just like mine, so please could you bring me one? I'm asking early, so you have lots of time to find one. Thank you, Lucy. Those things are not... They have no effect in the game. You can trade them to other communities. They have a surprisingly high amount of trade value. Not like a luxury resource, but they're like worth 16 influence or so. Sometimes you have nothing else to trade, you can bring that over to a place, but they're really not that useful. If you don't have space, they're not worth carrying. More medicine that'll stack with our other one. Pills of some sort, I forget what they're called. There are a finite number of those notes in here. It's such a cheap thing to...
No luck here.
A tip for Undead Labs. This is such a minor tip, but you took the time to do this awesome thing where you added in clothing, right? Something a lot of players want, and I agree. It's a great idea. It's not that big a deal to me, but it's cool. There's only about, I don't know, maybe a dozen different notes you can find. Maybe two dozen. in terms of game memory or difficulty of coding, you could put in like 1,000 of those. Like just assign somebody a task for 2 weeks to write out a bunch of notes so they're interesting. As it is right now, when I find them, I don't read them. Normally, I read that there because I'm like, well, you might want to hear what it has to say. And there might be a lot of players who don't give a shit, but if you're going to include them, take the time to put in so many that, for the first 100 or so hours I'm playing, or several hundred hours I'm playing, I find different ones. Why not? Won't take you any effort. Doesn't use a lot of memory. You can hire somebody just to spend a week writing little tiny ditties to put on the cards. Why not? With this in the trunk, again, we might as well. We don't have any other real missions, right? There's no other missions we have to do right now, so let's just...
Fine. This situation maybe isn't completely hopeless.
So we're down... Oh, there's a fucking bloater. Kibosh is my plan of going there. I can't, casually kill that bloater. I don't have a firearm. He might have seen me, by the way. I don't have a firearm to kill it with, and on top of that, if I let it, use the trick where I attract his attention and it blows up, that blow up is going to make a lot of noise and attract a lot of things. So let's just stay away from it for now. I was hoping to search that, old... There's another one over there. There's a lot of fucking bloaters in this map. It's just unusual. I was hoping to search that, gas station to get some more gas for our truck, but, that'll have to wait for another time. Barring another mission popping up that needs immediate tending, after we searched and got a little bit more stuff, we'll send this guy home and call it a mission. Call it an episode, pardon me. And a Molotov cocktail. A 6-point backpack. Now, that's... Every single survivor I've ever encountered in this starts with at least a 6-point backpack. That wasn't true in State of Decay 1. Some of them could start with no backpack or a 4-point backpack. I actually wish they'd bring that back, at least in Nightmare Zone. Because these 6-point backpacks are useless. The only thing you can do with them is trade them off to another team, another group of survivors, and they're worth almost nothing. So it's carrying it is just a waste of time and space. You'll see I'm doing it anyway, because you never know. Maybe that 6 influence we can get for trading it is going to be worth something someday, but maybe not. If you made this place an outpost, it would give you a morale bonus permanently. I don't tend to use them very often. Enclaves have new items for trade. You can see there the other cultures or other groups, enclaves, I guess they're called. We saw what they had to trade the last time we were dealing with that other group, the outcast survivors or something like that. I forget what they were called. All the stuff they had to trade previously is now gone, and they have new stuff, I think. Maybe the old stuff's still there, I don't know. But I think they just have new stuff to trade. There is a screamer. I might just go kill it for the sake of killing it. For 5 influence. Hello.
Shut up already!
Alright, let's drop this shit off at my...
Alright,
we're going to do this last thing. We have 10 minutes to get home to fight off this horde. We will do that. We have plenty of time, though. Search a little bit more. We will go home and deal with this horde, and I promise you that'll be the end of it. Unless there's a mission that's, like, really pressing. That is one of the problems of this game, is that if you quit, the missions tend to disappear. Not all of them do, but if they're in the middle of a mission, it counts as incomplete. So sometimes I'm wary to quit if there's missions on the map, but then again, there's almost always missions on the map, so that's a bit annoying. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get his attention and then run. Hey. Hopefully nothing's coming for that. This guy didn't seem to hear it. See if any of these trucks have, searchable things. We can keep an eye on the time, though. We still got 9 minutes to get home. We're not going far. Let's do a bit more searching. Maybe clean out this parking lot and this gas station, and that'll be it for sure. Unless the time is getting really low, in which case we'll not even follow through with that plan. We still got more than 8 minutes. We're fine. I could use more gas for my van. weapon parts. We can later, we could even do it now when we get home. We can use our workshop to break that down and turn those weapon parts into spare parts, you know, just standard parts. Shoot. Try this door. If it doesn't work, we'll have to jump through a window, and that will make a lot of noise.
Not a shambling corpse to be seen.
After we get home, either at the end of the... if that time runs out and we haven't gotten home yet, as I said, it will expend a bit of our ammo, and we'll automatically succeed in fighting off the Horde and get nothing out of it. It's just waste of ammo. I'm not seeing anything else in here, are you? It's probably... sometimes turning off your flashlight helps you see it, because the things glow, right? And sometimes the glow of your flashlight can confuse the issue. Let's check any of these gas pumps out here. There's one of them. Stuck on that little gas can there. Still got lots of time. Here's the rest of it. You can also... you saw there was a ladder up there. Sometimes the items in question are on the roof. You never know. Excellent. New gas can. That guy's coming very slowly towards us. A flare, they're not that good. They can be used to... we're not going to search the other place. There's a gas pump over there. Fuel depot. We don't really have a lot of time, and we don't have time to like run to the place and drop off stuff and come back. Maybe we do have time. I don't want to cut it that fine. Spare parts. This camper is empty. Let's just call this everything. In State of Decay 1, your wits could increase, I think, just by creep walking like that. But it doesn't work in this. Maybe we have time. I guess we're not going that far. Yeah, let's really quickly do this. Still have enough time. Let's maximize our time abroad. Drop off the stuff we're carrying. Except for the rucksack, of course. And the fuel can, actually. Back to our van. Drop this stuff off. Alright, really quickly we're going to go over here and search, and then we're done. Do we have time? Still 5 minutes. We have time. Yeah, if we didn't go home, it would cost us ammo. If we do go home, 30 seconds after we get home, our base will be attacked. At the start of the game, it may be based on how bad your sound is. Let's check that out right now. Our threat level is just barely in the yellow. At the start of the game, the attacks aren't that bad, usually. Later on, they get very, very, very bad. Usually, that's when I start losing players, is on home defense, losing characters. It's on home defense if the zombies come in too thick. For the record, I haven't stated it before, but there is permadeath in this game. If a character dies, they are dead for good. Now, if your health reaches 0, you're not instantly dead.
Okay. You
have a couple of chances. You can try and stand back up, and you get a little health back. If you get knocked down again, you can probably still try and stand up again. You get usually 2 or 3 chances to try and get them back on their feet. But in bad situations, even those 2 or 3 chances are not going to be enough to save you. And if you're not playing the character, of course, they can still be killed, like your home defense. They can still be killed by the NPCs. The other characters in your team can still be killed by enemies. Is that it? I think that's it. I wasn't really paying attention. Yeah, it's black on the map. Okay, let's get to our truck. We'll throw this rucksack in the back so that we can throw everything into the house simply by right triggering from our trunk. And then we will go home. Are we done? Anything else we're doing? Do we have enough? Can we build a second level infirmary yet? It's going to take what? We need 12. We have 6. I'm going to do that before I do my gardening, so I need my people to be able to heal. Very important. Thank God for surround sound. I knew that zombie was coming. Still got 3 minutes. Let's get home. Oh, fuck me. Let's drive forward, not backwards. I don't want to hit that bloater.
Plague zombies in all directions. Better be careful.
Fishtailing, damn it. Oh, damn it. I'm in big trouble here. The situation got bad fast. Okay. Ah, you can't get out there. Alright, run him over. Alright, we're in trouble. This fell to shit fast. At the very least, these guys are gonna damage my vehicle. Oh, for fuck's sakes. My vehicle's gonna be in big trouble here.
Push.
Alright, I'm gonna have to get out and push. We gotta get out. Things gonna blow. Get out, get out, get out, get out. That went bad fast. Alright. We're gonna run home.
Drop the screamer now.
Because we have to get that let's eat a sandwich here, a snack, so we can get our health back, or stamina back. We have to get home because our base is about to be attacked. We're gonna have to send somebody out in the next episode to repair that van and get it back on its feet. Now, thankfully, something I don't like about the game, at least in Nightmare Zone, again, a recommendation on the labs. I'd say if your van explodes, your truck explodes, everything in it should be destroyed. It's not. Everything in it is still perfectly intact. So if we can get it back on its feet and refueled, it's still drivable. It's just a bit of a waste of time here. Okay, so we have 30 seconds here to prepare. Let's just drop off anything else he's carrying that's excess. So he's got his lightest load. I'll switch to this for now, because we know it's not damaged. Alright. Let's make sure that back, all the doors are shut as well. I think they are. And after we finish this zombie horde, we'll call it quits. In the next episode, our first mission is going to be to go get our van back up and running. You see there we have 1 minute to hold out against these zombies. For the next minute, the zombies will keep coming. After that, you just clear out any zombies that are here. Now, the zombies that are coming can also attract zombies that are just in the neighborhood. If they start screaming, other zombies that happen to be in the neighborhood could start coming. If there's a feral nearby and it hears the fight, it can start coming. That one zombie interrupted my assassination, or my murder of that other zombie, so that's why it didn't die there. By hitting me, it interrupted it. Here's a plague sample.
Boys and girls, we have more sets on our hands. Get ready.
Oh, plague zombies. You see I get stuck sometimes on a player. It's a weird little glitch in the game. You just kind of get stuck running.
Who's your daddy?
Clear out the remaining zombies. There's one at the side over here. I can hear it. Or the front, maybe. It's making noise. Where? Where is it? I thought I heard it. I can see concentric circles on the map. What the fuck? Alright, that's it.
We got lucky. Let's figure out.
Alright, guys, that's the mission.
Next one.
I'm going to call it right here because we're at 44 minutes and I don't want to risk another mission popping up. Like I said, next time we come back, our first priority has to be to get somebody out to the van, get it back on its feet, drive it home, and get all the stuff we claimed in it back home. Otherwise, it's all gone to waste. Alright, see you later, guys. Exit the game. I'll wait till this is done to make sure it's saved. I don't want to accidentally quit without saving. I've done that before. If I turn off Twitch first, I sometimes forget to save, so see ya.